Alright, so tell me what happened to your fucking car.
I was pulling out of a McDonald's and I did not have my phone. My boyfriend had left it up in Georgia. Well, my ex-boyfriend left it up in Georgia. I have no phone. My brakes have gone out. Thankfully, as I'm making my way back to my friend's apartment, who I do not have the number for, cannot reach my dad, cannot reach anybody, I have no brakes. There's people walking across the road. They're running out of the way. Thankfully, I have green lights all the way to Jason's apartment, and I turn into the apartment, and I'm going for his gate, but it's his community and we're not dating or anything, so I don't have the card to swipe to open the gate to get into said community, and I also do not have any brakes, and again, I don't have a phone. I notice somebody that is walking up the side, and I forget that I have my parking brake, because I'm just so out of it at this point, and I see the person that's walking up, and I just start to freak out at this point, because I don't know what to do, and I've got both hands on the wheel, and I just go, and I slam into this gate. It doesn't slam open and hit the car. It flies off into the darkness. I don't see where it goes. So, again, I don't realize I have a parking brake because I'm stupid and I'm young, and I'm trying to go over all of these speed bumps in his apartment complex because my brain tells me if I can get the car to slow down enough and I stop it on a parking dolphin, that'll be the end of my horrible night, right? Wrong. So I take it around once. I see a parking space. I turn the car into the parking space. I scrape my side mirror off on the Jeep next to me. And I'm just holding on for dear life as this car goes boop, 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 right over the parking dolphin and goes downwards into a retention pond so that I am now sitting vertical in my car. Well, I'm horizontal. My car is vertical. Sorry. I'm sitting like this, and I'm like, shit. So I turn the car off, and I go to take the keys out, and I think to myself, oh, this bitch isn't going anywhere anyways, and leave the lights on, but I just leave the keys in. I open the door, water floods in, so I step out of the car where it goes over my knees up to my thighs, and then I realize I need my house keys to get into my house whenever I make it back to my house, whenever that is, I don't know. And I also remember I have to work tomorrow and my laptop's in the back of the car, so I reach in, I go to take the keys out, I hear gloop, house key, great. Toss that back into the car, open up the back door, get the laptop out. I'm going to trudge up this trench, and my sandal comes off in the mud. So now I have one sandal, no house key, car's in a pond. I take the other sandal off, and I'm walking up with my laptop, and there is a guy that is standing there like this. He says nothing. I look at him because I'm so awesome with my one sandal in my bare foot and my laptop with my car that is in a pond that he just watched me drive into a pond, and I go and I throw it and I take off running for Jason's apartment. So I shoot up the stairs to where his apartment is, and I'm banging on the door, and nobody's answering the door, so I need somebody to pay attention to me. I shimmy over to where I know his bedroom is and where his head is going to be, and I put my foot up to the wall and start kicking the shit out of it. So he answers the door and has no idea what's going on, and I'm like, my car's in a pond, and he's like, what? And I'm like, my car is in a pond. It's in a pond. And he's like, well, okay. So he puts on his shoes and he comes out and he's like, Jesus Christ, call your insurance company. I'm sure the cops are on the way. So I'm upstairs and I'm brilliant. So I'm like, do you have vodka? So I take a good 3 or 4 shots of vodka because that's my solution. And I'm looking out the window as I'm on the phone with my insurance company, watching a police officer just going around and around in this apartment complex because he can't find the Impala that rammed the front gate because he's looking for it parked somewhere, but it's in a pond. So I walk, he says, you gotta go down there, they're looking for you, and I'm like, shit. So I get off the phone with my insurance company, and I walk downstairs barefoot, you know, just all wet and disheveled, and I'm talking to the police officer, and I'm like, before you say anything, I need to preface this with, I was not drinking when I was driving the car. And he goes, oh, great, follow my pen, and I follow his pen, and thankfully, his daughter-in-law was right around my age, and who was a huge screw-up, made me look super awesome, so this guy was like, yeah, you're not that drunk, I believe you. So I managed to get off with that, but I, of course, got a ticket for that. My insurance company dropped me. I still have no phone. I have no way to get a hold of anybody. I have to call my dad. I have to bum a ride into work the next day, whereas I actually got written up because my laptop didn't work. So when my laptop didn't work, I logged in through Jason's laptop, which is a huge HIPAA violation. And again, I'm a genius, so that was a great idea to send emails under his name. And then wonder why I got written up. So I think that was my 2011 worst day ever.